Everybody, welcome to Beyond Authentic. I am very hopeful that you can see me, and yes, oh look at that, Ninette saying already, do please pop a hello, no, what was it, pop a thumbs up in the none of that made any sense. Ninette saying hit the thumbs up button, give it a like if you haven't done already, and we're going to start incredibly soon because obviously I am a witch.
They're witches.
So, apparently I'm a witch.
Because she's a witch.
We've got a witch!
I'm the love witch.
I am a witch.
I am a witch. I'm a witch.
Sally just came out.
Now the witch is back!
Yes, indeed, the witch is back. I am back again with another live stream video. Hello to everybody joining us this evening. We're going to be doing some lovely tarot readings for you. Yeah, I've just had a really lovely chat with our members on our members only podcast. No, live stream. Get the right words in, Lisa. Good evening, Dormouse. Hello, my love. Good evening to Patricia. Good evening to Nanette. Good evening to Niddy Rout. Good evening to Melinda Brown. Good evening to Holland. Good evening to Shannon Damdyke, the Wicker Midnight Crafter. Sarah. Thank you to Sarah. Hello to Sarah. Hello to everybody for joining. Thank you very much. Give us a thumbs up if you can do. That would be lovely. But also, if you haven't done already, hit that subscribe button and dong your bell so that YouTube lets you know each and every time that I go live, which is every Tuesday and Sunday evening at 7 p.m. UK time, 6 p.m. on Sundays for our members only chats. And also I might throw in some more members only streams. I am working on a competition for the members only, where I think, I don't know, I should have asked this just before, but I think I'm going to give the members an opportunity to win one of the bracelets that I am loving working on at the moment, which are, oh, hang on, I can probably show you better with the other camera. So yes, let me bring the other camera in. Where is it? There we go. That one there. Hold on a second. There you go. So we've got the tarot cam with a lighter, because of course, isn't that what everybody's got on their desks? I need to just make sure it doesn't collapse again and fall over like it always tends to. Why is it always slightly off of a funny angle? But there you go. So these are the bracelets. We've got the healing green bracelet, which is lovely. I love this. I really do. I love it. I wear this all the time now. It's got green aventurine, fluorite, bloodstone, golden obsidian, and unikite on it. So it's got that repeated. And then this is the Wicked Witch collection, which is now on the website. It's on the website. I said I was going to put it up on the website. It's on the website. So the earrings I'm wearing and the bracelet, which is rose quartz beads and peridot beads, and obviously we've got a broom for Elphaba and a wand for Glinda, and it's that. So I love it. I love them so much. I am so happy with what I'm making at the moment. But anyway, we're not here for that. We're not here to talk about that. We are here to talk about, come on, swap my camera back over. Thank you very much. We are here to do some tarot readings. So yes, as it says in the comments section, if you would like a tarot reading, there are a couple of different ways to get one. Now, you do have to be 18 years of age, but there are also some other housekeeping rules that we have on the channel. Now, we have these for various reasons, largely to make sure that everybody is safe and to make sure that everybody, how can I put it, that everybody, well, yeah, is safe and aware, if that makes sense. Before we go on, here's the housekeeping. Tarot is for entertainment purposes only. You do make all of your own decisions about your own life. Tarot should never be used to replace medical advice, legal advice, financial advice, or counselling advice. If you're looking for support in these areas, please do seek out professionals in these areas. You do have to be 18 years of age or over to get a tarot reading on this channel. And remember, please don't share private information here or anywhere else on the internet that you wouldn't want anyone or everyone finding out about now or anytime in the future. That's really important. Please don't dox yourself on the internet, okay? We are a lovely, friendly group here. You can see in the chat how many people are either members or mods. We've got a lovely group of people here, and we welcome everybody, whoever you are, whatever your story is, whatever path you walk in your life. We welcome absolutely everybody. But please do remember, this is the internet, right? If you live in a particular town, right, say you live in, we'll call it Crystal Town, right? Sounds lovely. I wish I could move there. Say you live in Crystal Town, right? If, say, you live in a really noticeable house, so you might live in, you might say something like this, okay? You might say, hi everyone, I've just moved into the big red house and I love my big red house. So I've just moved into a big red house. I love the house, but I need to put some lovely flowers outside, but I don't know what might clash. And then somebody will say, oh, well, actually stay away from this and stay away from that. And if it's bright red, you might get some lovely climbing clematis or something, right? So that conversation goes on. And then you might also say, wow, the weather here in Crystal Town can be quite difficult sometimes because we're right on the coast. At that point, somebody knows that you live in the big red house in Crystal Town. All it takes is a little bit of local knowledge, a little bit of asking around, and a little bit of Google search, and they might be able to find your house. So please be careful with that, okay? We are a lovely community, but it doesn't mean that everybody who looks at comments and things on the internet, not everybody is lovely. We have to block people sometimes. We have to ban people on the channel sometimes. We've all sort of had experiences of trolls coming in. Please just mind your internet security. You do need to be 18 years of age or over. And as I always say, it's not medical advice, legal advice, financial advice or counselling advice. There we go. Get that all out the way. So, Nanette, you're looking for some advice. Okay, what's your advice, my darling? What advice are you looking for? Dormouse, is it okay to call Sarah Sarah? You can do, my darling. You're bracing for this hard month, but being kind to yourself. So you have fuel in the tank to be there for your soul sister this week. We always are there to catch each other tight. Oh, my darling, I hope you're okay, Dormouse. I really do. I really hope you're okay, my love. As always, I will be doing some tarot reading. We're going to start in literally a couple of minutes. Before I do just have to say, if you've watched on previous live streams, the software that I'm using at the moment, I'm not, unfortunately, my mum's a bit funny. My mum's dead, my darling. I don't know what you mean. Lisa, your mum's a bit funny, sweetie. My mum's a bit funny. I mean, she was, and certainly me and Rufus laugh quite often about funny scenarios that would happen with mum, but I've got no idea how you would know that. That's a little bit freaky in the chat. But I don't know what you mean, Sarah. I really don't know what you mean. Oh, my mic's a bit funny. Is it? My audio, is it? What's happening? Let me hang on then. Let me turn it off and turn it back on again. There's a bit of echo. Is there? Oh, hang on. Sorry. There we go. Echo should be off. Is that better? Is that better? Hopefully that's better. Hopefully that's better. Dormouse, my darling. It'll be hard this week, but you've got her tight in your arms. You can't feel the same grief she feels, but you can understand. That's it. All you can do, my darling, for people when you've got somebody close that is going through a loss, all you can do is to thank you, Patricia. All you can do is to be there for them and just open your heart and let them speak whenever they need to. That was actually an error that I could change, Holland. There's a button on my screen that I can press and it creates echo. It's like turning an echo machine on. And I didn't realize I'd accidentally clicked it when I was moving the screen over. But anyway, shall we start with today's readings? I think we absolutely should. Let me just see if I can get my YouTube control panel on. There we go. Oh, it says we've only got 2 viewers at the moment. Only 2 viewers. So I don't know what is happening with their YouTube. Only 2 people are currently watching us live. So there you go. I know there's more than that. But anyway, so if you would like a reading, how do you get a reading on this here channel? It's dead simple. All you have to do is wait until I press the air horn, which I'm pressing genuinely now, opening up around now. So there you go, the round is now officially open. Go ahead and pop your question into that there live chat. There's 2 ways to get your question read. 1, put it in the live chat, start with the word question, and then one of the mods, our keeper of the questions, will randomly select somebody and that person will get their reading. If, however, you want to guarantee that your reading is up next, you can do so by sending a super chat of any amount. That will give you a 3 card reading. If, however, you want a longer reading, if your super chat is over £8, which is $10, then at that point it will get you a longer reading. So go ahead and do one of those lovely things, and I will absolutely be reading for somebody up next. Who is it going to be? Well, get your question in, and it could, in fact, be you. Ask your question now. Send your question as a super chat to guarantee your 3 card reading is next. Donations of $10 or £8 or over will receive a longer 6 or 7 card reading. To try for a free reading, write your question in the live chat starting with the word question. If no super chats come in, a free question will be chosen at random. And if you need help, just ask one of our mods. So my light stopped working, and also my mic stopped all at the same time because I did something I didn't turn on. I was just pressing every single button, managed to turn off my microphone, and also managed to not have the lights working. That's me, by the way. That's me in the corner. Because I hadn't turned these lights on. And in trying to turn the lights on, I managed to turn the sound off. Oh my gosh. Professional YouTuber here, you know. I'm not at all, but you know what I mean. You wouldn't think I've been doing this for several years at this point, would you? Wowza. And also I've got top chat on. And I need to have live chat on. There we go. And apparently I can pick a super chat apparently. I've got a goal of super chats. I don't know what this means, so I will put that. Hang on, let's go with an hour. I don't know what this is. There we go. Right then. I've set a goal up. I don't know what that means. But anyway. Right. So, Eagle, question. A general reading, my darling, for... Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Am I still muted? Can you hear me okay? Can everybody hear me okay? I'm hoping so. Everything on my end looks like it's going okay. So I'm just going to assume that we're okay on sound. You can see the goal now. I can't see the goal. I've got no idea what I've got no idea what that is. I don't know what it is. It's just popped up on my screen. Oh, you can hear me. Okay. Something popped up in the chat while I was clicking on it. You can hear me. Everybody can hear me. Thank you, everybody. Right. Okay. So, Eagle, let's do your reading and then I'll try and figure out what the hell a bloody goal is. I've got no idea. You can hear me. Everybody can hear me. Fabulous. Right. Let's bring in Wispy's music. It's a good job. I'm a much better tarot reader than I am YouTube person, live streaming person. I really don't know what I just did. Wow, we had a card flip over. Right, so we've got a clarifying or modifying card, Eagle. What this means, this is, for me, when a card flips or when a card turns itself over as I'm shuffling, that is a clarifying or modifying card. A clarifying card is basically something that will change or alter the reading around it. Basically, it alters the next three cards. So the one we've got is the Seven of Swords. Now, Swords is an interesting Swords is an interesting suit because it's your suit of challenges, obstacles and hurdles. Basically, the lessons in life that we need to learn. Okay, they come as hurdles and challenges. The Seven, however, is difficult choices, and this card is reversed. So I think this week, you're asking for a general reading for the week. I think this week is going to be very, very difficult. I don't know what you've got going on this week, but it feels like with this one card, it feels like there's going to be some tough decisions. It's almost a damned if you do, damned if you don't week. Does that make sense, Eagle? So let's have a look. We've got the... Absolutely, damned if you do, damned if you don't. We've got the Wheel of Fortune coming in your where you are now. We have the Six of Swords reversed. Wow, lots of stress this week, unfortunately. And we've also got the Lovers coming in as well. Okay, so out of 4 cards, instead of a 3-card spread, you've got that 4th with the extra clarifying card. Out of those, we have 2 major arcana. Now, the major arcana cards, these are the big important cards. I always call them either the headline cards or the shouty cards. These are the cards that you pay attention to. The other cards are the cards that give us the nuance, the flavouring. They're like the spice of a meal. Do you know what I mean? They're the herbs and spices. They turn a plain meal into something. This is the meat and veg. These are the flavourings, the spices, the seasonings. So where you are now, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. This is literally, in this case, it looks like a ship's wheel. But if you think of it as a roulette wheel, it's saying that, again, this is a time for you at the moment where there are big choices, lots of upheaval happening, big choices in your life right now. And it's kind of one of those things where you've got a lot to gain, but you've got a lot of risk happening as well. And it's one of those cards where I'm really pleased for you that it's upright, because if it was reversed, that would make, these 2 cards even darker. I'm pleased it's upright. It means you do have some choice, some control over the element of risk. Okay, so whatever's happening, Eagle, you've got the ability to kind of mitigate the worst of it. Okay, it still feels, although this is the wheel of fortune, and although you can see here this person's hand is on the wheel, their hand is on the tiller, they've still got to accept wherever fate goes. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense, because what we're seeing is, yes, they have their hand on the wheel, but if you look closely, they're blindfolded, so they don't know where they're going. It is still guesswork, it is still instinct. But with the Wheel of Fortune card, it is all about that risk reward element. There's a lot of risk, there could be a lot of reward. Are you prepared for that risk in order to get that reward? Do you know what I mean? In the what you need to know, we've got the Six of Swords. Now, again, swords, trouble and strife, obstacles, challenges and hurdles. Now, the sixes for me are about groups of people. This is probably family rather than work people. These are people in your life that are important to you. It feels like there's some unfinished business here, an unfinished either a quarrel, an argument, some sort of disagreement that hasn't been fully resolved. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because this way up you can see we've got a boat with, in this case, they're nails in the boat rather than swords. But you can see that the boat is being taken on this journey. Wherever we see water, a body of water, we see emotions. And so we've got this ship going across this emotional water. You can see we've also got, if you can see really closely, see there's a spiral right there. Spirals are important in a lot of witchcraft because it's seen as the divine feminine in a lot of cases. Spirals are also linked in with things like the labyrinth and all sorts of elements around that. It's also kind of representing the Ouroboros symbol as well, which we get with the world card. So it's got that, cycle of repeating. The thing is, this card was reversed. So I think there are some big issues with people in your family, people in your circle people that you care about. There are some unresolved issues is the only word I can say, my darling. There is some unresolved drama happening that you need to get to the bottom of. It does look like you've got a positive out though. Okay, so I do think you need to, whatever these decisions are, whatever it is, all that you can do is make a decision based on the knowledge that you have right now. Okay, the information at your fingertips right now, how your gut is feeling right now. That is the only thing that you can do, my darling. You can only go with that, right? Go with your gut. Use the information that you have available. You won't know everything. Whatever you decide, whatever's going on, somebody in all decisions, there's somebody that would have said, I wouldn't have done it like that. You should have done it like this. So that you're not going to please all the people all the time. All that you can do with this situation here is go with what you honestly, genuinely believe, right? And go with what feels right, because the outcome here, the outcome here of the Lovers, this is not like other decks. Okay, this is the Fifth Spirit deck, so it talks very much about our own self. This is looking at our shadow self. Okay, and you can see the Lovers in this case represents our inner self. This is our shadow self. This is our equal and opposite. This is our shadow. This is our inner self, our inner thoughts, feelings, our soul, our spirit, all of that. You can only ever be true to you, right? You can only ever be true to you. It does feel, if you have a partner or loved one around you, if you're in a relationship, it feels very much like this is also well suited, well highlighted, that actually, if you are in a relationship with someone, that someone's going to be your best ally through these decisions if it's not about them. If it is about them, if this decision, whatever you've got going on this week, if this is about some sort of relationship issue that's causing these swords to appear. If it is a relationship issue, then in this case your partner's not going to be the one that you can share with, so all you can do is be honest to yourself. Does that, hopefully that makes sense and you can get what I'm saying, Eagle. It feels very stressful in the moment. However, this is saying once you've made whatever decision it is that you need to make, once you've made the decision and it's from the heart and you're happy enough with it, you're not going to feel, listen, you're not going to feel happy about the decision, right? You're not going to feel happy that this is the decision that had to be made, but this is the right decision, if that makes sense, right? So as long as you can, I need to sneeze. Excuse me. As long as you can find peace with the decision that you've made, then it's the right one. Okay, I hope that helps, Eagle. I really, really do. And again, thank you very much for your question, and thank you for joining us here today. It does genuinely feel the decision has to be made from your soul, from your heart, from your truth. Once that's done, I think you'll be fine moving forward. And hopefully, my love, hopefully you can take what I mean from that. But anyway, thank you very much, Eagle. I hope, as I say, I hope that makes sense. Thank you ever so much for your question. And yes, who did I just see? It was somebody's birthday. Do I have, let me have a look. I don't know whether I have. I don't know whether I have the birthday video. Do I have the birthday video? No, I haven't uploaded that one yet. We don't have that. Hang on. Do I have, what do I have? I've got this. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Who was it for? It was for, hold on, Kushi, happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday to Kushi. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kushi. Happy birthday to you. Boom, boom. There we go. Hopefully, happy birthday, Kushi. I was trying to do a, it's very bad. I was trying to do like what was her name? In Glee, where she does all the runs. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. But I was trying to do like a note run and also trying very hard to be very out of tune, because even the birthday song is copyrighted. I know, right? I have been hit with so many copyright strikes. It's so funny, right? Those of you that have been on the channel with me for a little while will realise I've got all new channel like idents and channel little videos, the little 30-second videos for you to get your reading in so you can type your question in. Those are all new with all new sounds, because every single video from that had the old videos on, those old, like the purple ones and the yoga image ones, all of those little ident videos have been copyright claimed by some random company. Even though I get the sound, I pay for a license for the sound. So I'm not taking that risk. Holland, I know in theory it isn't under copyright. Neither is the music that I use from Wondershare Filmora, from their editing suite. It's all copyright free. It's all allowed, and I've got a commercial use license. However, it doesn't stop people on YouTube claiming it. Doesn't stop them. Does not stop them claiming it. So yeah, Melinda, it's not your birthday today, but it's your birthday month. Happy birthday for February. You've got a lot of friends, family and friends with birthdays in February. Happy birthday, anybody who has a February birthday. Happy birthday! And your star sign is obviously, oh my, star sign. So yay. And of course that star sign means, so I wish you the very best with that sign. So yes, because obviously I know all about astronomy, astrology. Lisa, could you do me a reading from the universe? Kushi, Unfortunately, we have to be fair to everybody on the stream. Pisces, yes, that's definitely what I said. That's definitely happy birthday, all you Piscean fishy people. Happy birthday to you with the Pisces, the fish. Yes, that one. I definitely am a good witch and know all about my astronomicologicalnomicon. All of that. Yes. Beginning Aquarius. Your granddaughter is the 8th of so is it Pisces or is it Aquarius? I'm very confused. Anyway, happy birthday if it is if you're an aquarium, which I thought was something that you keep lizards in as an aquarium, but yeah, happy birthday to you. If it's your birthday this month, you are a Pisces or an aquarium. That isn't a place where you keep exotic pets. It's a star sign, so yay. Right then, shall we move very swiftly on and have a let's have a tarot reading. I think we need a tarot reading because I am very rapidly, I know not the only star signs I vaguely know about are Taurus, because Rufus is a Taurus, and Gemini because that's my star sign, and Sagittarius because that is a sibling star sign, yeah, that's it. That's all I know. So, I am not very good on the star signs, but I am very good with the tarot, which basically is your notification to Nanette, my darling. Are you? Hello, Ellis. Good evening to Ellis. Have you walked into a Carry On movie? There is a film called Carry On, which is about luggage on a plane. Has nothing to do with Misses, bawdy 60s humour or Sid James's laugh, apparently. Nanette, my darling, are you looking for a tarot reading? You don't know astrology or astronomy very well. Me neither, my darling. I don't know either, but I do know the difference, because astrology is spelt differently to astronomy. One's got an L and a G and one's got an N and an M. So yeah, I am very, very, very good at the differences. But Nanette, were you looking for a question, my darling? Because you have sent that there a super chat. Melinda, you're fairly good at both, are you? I would say teach me, but I it has been a stumbling block. For I officially was part of a group that wasn't a coven going back like over 30 years or something ridiculous, and it was not a coven, but it was a group that had links to covens, all the way back to New Forest. One of the ones wasn't Gerald's, but all of that. But anyway, right, so there was a group. That group had lots of, well, we must do this because it's Pisces rising in your 5th house. It was all of that stuff. Scroll forward to probably maybe 5 years. Oh no, it was before COVID. So before COVID time, whenever that was, right? Sometime before COVID, when I was also going to join another coven up here. And I went to several initiate meetings, and the things we were learning was all about astrology. Could I keep it in my brain? Nope. Did not compute. Could not compute. The thingy quarters and this quarter and that quarter and the other rising signs and all of that, I have no idea what it was. But thank you, Nanette. That was lovely. No, you just wanted to say that and make sure you get it. Thank you, Nanette. You took astronomy twice at university. And they're very different. They don't teach you astrology at universities. Astrology is another form of divination. No, I do know. I am being funny when I say I don't know the difference. I do sometimes get them mixed up, and I will say the wrong word at times because of my ADHD fibro brain. But I do know they are very different. And astrology is the one about star signs, and astronomy is the one about Orion and the plough and the Big Dipper and where the planets, where the stars are. So I do know the difference. I'm not very good with either of them. I do it all the time, Dormouse. All the time. I have to think back. I was filling out a form recently, and it asked for various bits of information. And I was like, it's probably about 3 years ago, because in my head that seems about right. And I was like, oh no, hang on, it's pre-COVID. Probably by about a year. Oh my god, it's like 6 years ago. So I have to work back to that, then go 2020. It was the winter before 2020, so it was 2019. Oh my god, how long? Uranus, your slapstick humor. Yeah, I know lots about Uranus. I get that. I am going to give out some memberships. You're quite right, Sarah. I am going to give out some memberships. In fact, I tell you what, should we do that bit now? Shall we do the memberships now? I just need to remember how I do it. So I have to click onto the other channel. I need to find the live stream that is currently streaming. Everybody, if you would like a tarot reading, as soon as I've done this, I will send them out, okay? If that makes sense. As soon as I've done this, I will start the next block. So, in fact, shall I do that now? Hold on. Is that on mute? That's muted. Right. So, here we go. Let's open up a round. I'm opening a round right now, everybody. Get your question in, starting with the word question if you want to be in the hat for a free tarot reading. And don't forget, if you want to guarantee that your reading is next, you can do so by sending it through in the form of a super chat. So then, that would be lovely. Don't forget also, if you haven't already, do please hit the thumbs up button. That would be ever so lovely. So then, I am now looking at myself on the internet. I look incredibly blurry. I don't know why I'm so blurry on the interwebs. That shouldn't be a thing. That really shouldn't be a thing. But anyway, I am looking. In your opinion, Pluto is still a planet? I kind of agree, my darling. I know in terms of astrology, it's still classed as a planet, isn't it? Right then, so are we ready? I am dropping the last 5 of my memberships. I am dropping those into the chat in 3, 2, 1, now. I've clicked it, so it's now on a spinny. My gift has been announced in the live chat. So, Country Love Homestead, hurrah, my darling! You've got yourself a membership. Mrs. K, good evening to you. Mrs. K was gifted a membership. Renata's got a month's membership. Flower Beauty Peacock Rainbow has a month's membership. Charlene Styles, you've also got a month's membership. So congratulations to the 5 of you. Those are the 5 that I am allowed to give away. So all of my giveaway ones have now been sent. So yay, I do get a few more later, I believe, in the month. So congratulations to everybody. Melinda Browns has just sent through a super chat. Oh, that's interesting. That flashes. Oh, I didn't know that. Melinda Brown, hello, my love. I've got your super chat up, so your reading is coming in next. So then, my darling, let me have a quick look. A general reading for the next few months. Okay, Melinda, I will do that for you now. Everybody who isn't Melinda, please do go ahead and select and copy your question. Select and copy your question, and you will be able to pop yours in on the next round. Okay, so then, Melinda, my darling, let's do a quick switch across. And I need to do that by clicking this magic button. Here we go. So then, I know everything's happening all at once. Isn't it exciting? It's exciting. Melinda, so a general reading for the next few weeks, for the next couple of months. As I say, normally it's only the next 2 or 3 months that we get in any sort of clarity, really. So we'll take it through. So what are we on now? 1st of February. We'll go through the next 2 months. Okay, Wispy? So that was the wrong button. So we'll go through the next 2 months for the lovely Melinda Brown, my sister from another mister, my sibling-ish from all the way across the pond, a place where I've never been, and as far as I know, neither did my family. Although, who can say? I come from a seafaring family, so you know my grandfather was a seaman. I mean, technically, all of us were partly a seaman at some point, and then it met with the egg, and you know, a few months later, I was trying to make a really funny joke, but it just sounded icky in my throat. Anyway, let's pretend I didn't do that. Let's pretend that wasn't said. Oh God Lord, the things I say. I know, right? But the 5 new members, you do get to join us on Sunday evening at 6 p.m. UK time. So do come across and find us over there. Right then, Melinda, let's have a look. Wispy, Melinda is wanting a general reading for the next few months. So we'll do the next 2 months, Wispy, and what we want to have, we're going to do a inverted triangle. Okay, we're going to do an inverted triangle, and oh my gosh, and Wispy, we are going to see what Melinda's some of the big things that are coming up for Melinda. In fact, shall we do Melinda, I'm going to start with an inverted triangle, but I might end up pulling another couple of cards. Wispy, we'll see. We'll see. Wispy, I've got the strongest vibe that we might need to pull more cards. Okay. Let's have a wee look. So then, here we go. Hang on. We're going to do you the situation, the obstacle, and how to overcome. I think that's more suited, Melinda. Right, your current situation, the obstacle that is here, and how to overcome it over the next couple of months, right? So this is the biggest obstacle, the main situation for the next couple of months. We're going to do that one, okay? So Wispy, I don't know why we changed mid-flow then, but we did. So, did I do the drop? I think I did the drop. I don't know. I'm being told to do the drop again. We're doing the drop again. Right then, so there we go. Right then. Let's see where this takes us, Wispy. So, okay, my friend. Okay. Let's just add Wispy onto the desk. I don't know why. I think this is going to be interesting. So, here we go. The situation. The Two of Cups. A romantic situation. Okay. Something to do with a relationship, a romantic situation. The Two of Cups is often a couple. Okay, the Nine of Wands as the obstacle. Somebody it has an inflated ego. Somebody has a much more a much more heightened sense of themselves than they really deserve to have, if that makes sense. Somebody's feeling a lot more crowing like a peacock. Do you know what I mean? They're like the cockerel, showing off a bit. Look at me, look at me, look at me. Than they perhaps deserve to be. And the how to overcome it is the Devil. Now that is interesting. Now again, for Melinda, I know, my darling, that you've been here for several months and years at this point. So I know that for you, my darling, you know that the Devil card doesn't have anything to do with the Christian idea of the devil. But for anybody else that's watching, there are two cards in the tarot deck that people often get scared about. That is the death card and the devil card. Neither of them mean what it says on the tin. Okay, so neither of them have the meaning of somebody's either going to pass away or the devil incarnate is coming into their lives. That is not what the cards represent. For tarot, the devil represents materialism. It represents the devil being in the details. It represents contracts. It can, rather interestingly, predict marriages, because it can be in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck, the two people are joined by a chain to a block of stone. So the idea is that is their marriage, that is the marriage contract. The devil card, through its materialism link, also is to do with contracts and temptation, being signing a deal with the devil is all linked into that. In this suit and in this deck, as you can see, it's talking very much about manipulation. Now, don't get the inverted star, the pentacle. Don't get that. Like, don't worry about that card coming up, because the pentacle is literally, and I say this in every stream, the pentacle, when it's one star at the top, 1 point at the top of the star, represents spirit over earth, air, fire and water. So it's our spiritual self, our inner self over our physical self. So that's when we are putting our own growth, our own sort of spiritual needs above our physical needs. When it's the other way around, so when you've got 2 points at the top and 1 point at the bottom, that's when we're focusing on our physical needs. So that's when we're focusing on our physical senses, but also the earth, air, fire, spirit, the earth, air, fire, water of it. So have we got heating? Have we got, are we able to breathe where we live physically? Are we able to breathe? Do we have oxygen? Do we have a space? Have we got a room over our head? A roof over our head? Do we have our needs being met in those physical ways? Do we have enough to eat? Do we have enough to drink? Do we have, power, gas, electric, all of that? So that is what it represents. Okay, when the single point is at the bottom, as it is on this card in the devil card, it represents our physical needs being over and above our spiritual needs. So hopefully anyone who's watching this, hopefully that makes sense to you, and you've got a clearer idea now of what the devil card represents. But I know from Melinda's been with us on this channel quite a while, so I know that for you, my darling, it's kind of, as used to be a saying over here in England, it's like teaching your grandmother to suck eggs. Why you'd want to do that, I don't know, but anyway, so then the devil card is coming up in your how to overcome the obstacle. So we're gonna, I'll lay these other 3 cards down. So then, the Two of Cups. Cups is representative of couples. Cups is representative of emotions. The Two of Cups is representative of couples. So this could be yourself and a partner. It could be a very, very close friend or even a family member, because you can often find that this card comes up when you've got two people that are very similar, very interconnected in each other's lives. Normally that would hint at a relationship with that emotional connection. Sometimes it can connect platonically or even familiarly, but normally it is looking at a relationship. So that is what the situation is that we're looking at. So it's to do with your relationships. The Nine of Wands, as I say, Wands is to do with confidence, self-esteem, self-confidence, all of those positive things, your sense of security, sense of self. The 9 is full. So this is in the obstacle position. Somebody is a little too big for their britches. Somebody is a little bit full of themselves. Somebody is being not just this side of arrogant, right? Just this side of it. They're not in full on look at me, what I say goes, but they are very almost tipping into that. Do you know what I mean? And whether that is a sticking point in the relationship or whether that is somebody who is just trying to dominate the relationship and basically have their will be the only will that is done, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? What they want to eat, they eat. You know, if they want to go to a posh restaurant, they go to that restaurant. I mean, like for you as a couple, do you know what I mean? It's that sort of thing of, Where do you want to eat tonight? Actually, I just fancy something simple. We could just sit and eat in. Oh no, well actually I want to go too. And you end up going too. Or something as minor as saying, oh, do you know what? I'm going to watch a bit of ... a film. Or, I'm going to watch the Lord of the Rings series on HBO. And the partner then, this person going, no, we're going to watch wrestling. Okay, I guess we're watching wrestling then. Do you know what I mean? It's like their way goes. We're just... Normally with the 9, I would say it's confidence, but not quite arrogance. But this is, because it's in the obstacle position, it's almost like they are unknowingly putting their will forward and unknowingly changing that situation. How to overcome it? Now, this is interesting. I don't know exactly what this scenario is, but whatever it is, there is something to do with contracts. So if this is about a partnership that isn't a relationship, Melinda, if this is a partnership that isn't a romantic relationship, right, then you need some sort of contract in play. I don't know why that keeps coming. I tell you what, let me get the other cards open. Let's open the other cards. So the 2 of Cups to the 9, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. It could be work related or money. Is there money being offered? Is there a loan? Is there something to do with money being offered within this relationship? If it feels like there's or maybe we'll go into business together, something like that. If it is, you need that bloody contract. The Knight of Wands, somebody's rushing in, overly confident in the scenario, not thinking about it, not thinking to need contracts, absolutely blindly going in. This feels like, are you starting a business, Melinda? Are you starting a business? Are you starting something with a friend? This feels like starting something with a friend. If there's something you've been talking about or thinking about, like going into something with a friend, because we've then got the 6 of Cups, which is all about, this is friends. 6 of Cups is all about the close people. Oh, it's not an MLM. Don't do an MLM. But this is talking about there are people in your circle somehow, right? There are people in your circle somehow that are going to be affected, right? Wispy. I can see you're currently unable to work and no business, but Wispy, give me it again. No, there's something, Melinda, there is something here about, there is something about working for yourself, doing some sort of side hustle, doing some sort of project. What is this? Wispy, clarify this, because we're not getting anywhere. Wispy, we need to clarify. First of all, who is this person? Hang on, why am I? Situation, obstacle, and overcome. Wispy, why are we getting this for the situation? Right, clarify. King of Cups and the 8 of Swords. What is happening? Who is this person, Wispy? King of Cups. An older man, could be a father figure, an uncle figure. And the 8 of Swords reverse is coming in. Something you're blindfolded about that you're not seeing at the moment. Patricia, help me out here, my darling. I've got no idea what this is connecting with. It's not reverse. I don't think it's an X. Somebody, right? Okay, somebody somewhere is going to be. I don't know whether you are going to get offered some money. I think you're going to get offered some money, right? I don't know whether your father is still alive or whether there is somebody father figure type person in your life who is still alive and around you, but that someone is going to be offering you some sort of money or some sort of financial assistance, because we've got this Ace of Pentacles. So it could even be, as I say, the starting your own side hustle, your own side business. There is something here about that, because the King of Cups, this older person that is connected to you emotionally, is coming in along with this Eight of Swords, which is Eight of Swords is trouble and strife and hurdles and obstacles, but it's something. Hang on, your employer is telling you to file disability. Then file disability. This will be what this is. Your employer, is he somebody that's on your side? Like genuinely, is he somebody that is on your side, who is like, who has your back? Because if it is, then that is what this is connecting to. It's definitely somebody that's older than you, who is offering something, but you can't. The Eight of Swords, you can't see it at the moment. You cannot see the wood for the trees, right? The Eight of Swords is all about having that blindfold lifted, and the Eights are all about the journey to the Nine. So journey, this moving forward, this idea of continuing forward, continuing towards more knowledge and more understanding. The Eight is really important here, but it's also linking, this whole thing is linking with this Ace of Pentacles, which is this money coming in, if that makes sense. Patricia says, trust no one at the moment. You're not important enough to someone who's trying to help. Avoid any loans. Yeah, absolutely. I was saying, avoid any loans. There is something here. Somebody is trying to get you some sort of money, right? With this Ace of Pentacles. They're very confident. They're overly confident about the situation, right? So you need to, whatever this is, if this is saying that you can get disability, they are 100% overly confident on what they're saying, if that makes sense. There's the obstacle is this this Nine of Wands. Somebody is very, very clear that they are certain what is right for you, if that makes sense, my darling. They are absolutely certain about whatever this advice is. They know that they are right. They might not be right, is what I'm saying, because this is coming up as your obstacle. This is overconfidence. You love your job more than any relationship. The thing is, though, if you're unable to work at the moment, how long are you able to be off work? How long are you able to, is your work able to keep that position open? Question mark. There is I don't know how the law works in the States, so I've got no idea what any of this would mean for you over there, because it's a completely different system. But whatever this is, if this is what somebody is saying to you and that is going to help you out, I don't think it is going to, right? It isn't. I always say it's not legal or financial advice. Get financial advice, right? Because I don't think whatever this person is telling you about this money, this new money situation coming in, and they're trying to lift the blindfold because the Eight is reversed. They're not telling you everything. Wispy, give me that again. Somebody's trying to keep you from knowing, right, Melinda, get yourself financial advice, get yourself speak to, if you can find a pro bono lawyer, somebody like that, get some financial advice, because there is something absolutely here around there is something here around somebody giving you bad advice, with this 8 being reversed, but they're trying to make out they are super confident, right? Whatever that advice is, don't listen. They've got their own ulterior motive. If this is whatever that, I don't know how disability works in the States, but whatever goes on with that, like, check every single detail. The thing about the devil card is that it's the devil, it's the temptation. It's that devil in the details. You need to make sure that this is going to be right for you. Get some independent advice where you know that that's going to happen, because the cards that are linked to this, the Ace of Pentacles, is that new financial loan or financial assistance or financial support, new work projects, something along those lines, right? And if this is coming from an employer, they are not necessarily doing it for you. It's like when anybody says, oh well, I'll go to HR. The only people HR is there to protect is the company. It's not there to protect its employees, right? It's there to stop the company getting sued. That's what an HR department is there for. They appear to be on your side. They just don't want the company to go bust. So the Knight of Wands coming in here. Knights are the ones who think first, act later. They do not give a fuck about the repercussions in the moment. This is that same vibe with this card, right? They're trying to tell you that the grass is greener on the other side, but they don't know. And they're trying to make out that, oh, it'll be dead easy. You do this, you do that, you do the other. That's the way to do it, right? That's the way to do it. But that's what they are trying to get you to go down that road. But the Knight of Wands in this instant does not give a flying monkeys about you. Does not give a flying monkey, right? They do not care what you got injured at work. They don't want you to sue them. They don't want you to sue them. Get financial advice. Speak to a lawyer. You could probably sue the arse off them. That is what they are worried about. That is what they are worried about. I still don't like this Two of Cups coming in here. Somebody is trying to be your friend. Somebody is making out that they are on your side. Somebody is absolutely, oh well, I've got your corner. I'm the union rep, or I'm the HR department. Don't worry, I've got you. I'm in your side. They're not. This is all coming from bullshit. The Six of Cups here. I don't think you can. I don't think you're going to go back to this company, right? In all honesty, I don't think you're going to go back to work. However, if they are trying to get you signed off onto disability to take you off of their books somehow, then look at this legal matter, because somebody is trying really hard to tempt you into something. Somebody is absolutely playing this devil card to try and manipulate you into doing what they want. It's not what's best for you. It is what is right for them. And if that whole system means that this is where it's really difficult to read for completely other cultures, because it is a different culture in the States. If you signing on to disability means that you are off of their books, no longer able to sue, things like that, then you need to get that financial advice, Melinda, because, hello my darling, because that is what their goal is. Thank you. I've got a coffee delivered. Can you take my empty cup, please? Thank you. Oh, you must have sensed my dry mouth. I was just like, I need to drink something. But it would, whatever this is, Melinda, right? There is absolutely, you need independent advice, and you need it now, because they are going to try and pull a fast one, right? Whoever is pulling these strings, whoever this puppet master devil person is, right? They are trying to get you to do the thing that will help them. If you sign on to disability, does that mean you can't sue them for injury at work? I don't know. If it will probably mean that you aren't able to work with them again, or you are somehow admitting that you are not fit for work, right? There is something here like that. This Six of Cups, these people around you, they've got their own ulterior motive, okay? So, Wispy, let's follow this. Right. We know where we are with this. I was really like, I until you said that this is coming from a boss with that. You was told you couldn't sue if you get workman's comp, which you've been on this past year. Who told you that, Melinda? Get a lawyer. Speak to a lawyer. Speak to a legal advice centre where you can get pro bono advice, right? Speak to someone. You've probably got some sort of case that they are worried about, and they are trying to tell you that the grass is blue, and that the sky is fucking yellow, right? That is what they're trying to do. They are trying to convince you that up is down and left is right. They're trying to tell you that, you know, you can't do this, you can't do that. This, I'm doing this in your best interest. They're not. They're trying to do it in their own best interest, right? Wispy, if Melinda, over the next couple of months, if Melinda gets independent financial advice, where does this end up, right? I'm just going to pull 3 cards from the top. Sorry, everybody, just bear with. I've got a thing now. Wispy, 3 cards from the top of the deck. Whatever you've made these 3 cards, this is what happens if Melinda is able to get this some financial legal advice. Right. So we've got 5 of Cups reversed. The Ace of Swords, a new project, a new hurdle, a new challenge, you're going to court. The Queen of Pentacles, money. You're going to be in for some money. There is more money. There's money. Queen of Pentacles. This is the equivalent to the financial element of the Empress. You know, I always talk about the Empress being my favourite card. The abundance element with the Empress is the Queen of Pentacles. The caring element of the Empress is the Queen of Cups, right? She's literally, you put those 2 together and then turn the volume up to 11, you get the Empress. This is that there is something, absolutely do not do what they're saying. Get legal advice first. You need it. This 5 of Cups, at the moment, you are looking at the situation of, oh my god, these 3 cups are smashed, it's all bad, it's all down in the dumps, everything is crap. And although this card is saying look at these 2, at the moment it's like you're looking on that bright side, right? And this is going to sound really really, hang on, that one, this is going to sound really bizarre, Melinda, right? But at the moment, you are seeing this as a net positive, right? In the terms, how can I put it? In the terms of, at least I didn't die. At least I didn't do this, right? I'm still able to this. I'm still able to that. You're looking at the silver lining. What you need to think, though, because this card is reversed, you need to think, where am I going to be in a year, 5 years, 6 years, right? Where am I going to be in 10 years time? Whatever this injury was, it's been enough for you to be off work, right? There is something here. If you have been off work for an extended period of time, this is not a small injury. This is not you spraining a wrist or breaking a simple bone, right? Something else has happened. You have a right, I believe, not legal advice, but you have a right to either sue or get some sort of compensation for having an injury that has been going on for this amount of time. This 5 of Cups is saying you need to look at the worst case scenario, right? Because this is reversed. You need to actually look at what is the worst possible thing that could be happening. What is the worst thing that is what is your worst possible outcome right now? Because that could happen. And if that happens, where are you going to be, right? So that is what you need to do. That is what you need to focus on. If you've been injured and it's that bad that you're still off work and that you've been under medical care and your doctor is not willing to sign you back on to work, then at that point you need to seek advice, legal advice, whether or not you can sue them. Because somebody's told you about workers' comp, oh wow, that means you can't do it, so just go and sit in the corner and be quiet. Do not listen to another thing your boss says until you speak to a lawyer, right? If your boss calls you up or whatever else, if you can record the phone calls, record the phone calls. There is some legal thing about two-side consent for recording calls or something. Make sure you're not breaking that. But whatever it is, get evidence, get receipts, get an email. If you have a phone call with somebody from work, sum it up in an email, send them an email straight away afterwards, right? Because there is something here. You are not looking at this from the worst possible scenario, right? Now all of us tend to think on the positive. Well, at least it's not this, at least it's not that. I can cope with this, I can cope with that. At the end of the day, this is a situation where you need to get that legal advice, because there is something here. This devil card coming up, there is something here. They are going to try and hoodwink you. Absolutely. This King of Cups, your boss is not your friend. Your boss could not give a flying monkeys about you. Really, really, really could not. And I bet they're phoning up and going, oh, well, Melinda, you know how much we care about you. We really missed you in the office. But, unfortunately, have you thought about this? If you sign off, then as a company, we can go off that. And don't voluntarily do anything. Speak to your boss. Speak to your boss. Speak to your boss. It's really, no, I mean, not speak to your boss. Speak to a lawyer. Forget what I just said, boss. Speak to your lawyer about your boss, because they are not HR, your boss, whoever. They are not your friend. They are working for the company. They want you to go away quietly and sit in a corner. Do not do that until you have a large chunk of money being transferred into your bank account. You go down to the ATM machine. You see that you have had 50,000, 500,000, 10,000, whatever the hell amount of money is deposited into your account, and you go, ATM, here's my PIN number, 95497312, whatever the hell PIN number is. Here we go, blah, 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 press, thank you very much. I'll take out £20,000, whatever, dollars, whatever it is. Until you get that money in your account, do not speak to them. Get legal advice. Somebody is trying to be your friend. Somebody is trying to make out, oh, it's all in your favor. We really do care. We're all a big family here at ... Omnicorp. We really, at Major Corp, we really do care about all of our employees. You're a very valued member of the team. We really do care about you. Look, we've all signed this card, and I bought you some flowers. Lovely. Yes, they were from the garage. They were only $10, but look, we care. No, they don't. They don't give a flying fuck. To be honest, they do not give a flying fuck. They want you out of their way so that you will go away happily with a small amount of money that you get from disability or whatever the hell it is. They want you off their books, and probably to sign something to say that you aren't going to sue. Speak to a lawyer. Speak to a lawyer. Thank you, Wispy. That got intense then. Once we worked out what it was. See, this is the thing, right? Because I don't know what is going on in everybody's lives, right? That Two of Cups, it's coming in. Somebody is trying to, I think somebody, Melinda, is probably like a work friend, is probably checking in on you, whether that's your boss or a team leader or somebody in that sort of level. I think they're probably checking in on you, right? And saying, oh, I can't wait till you come back to work. But you know what? If that's too much, if you're still not able to come back, then maybe you need to get disability comp or whatever the hell it is, whatever it's called, right? Maybe you need to leave, and we'll miss you forever. But actually, maybe that is something that is right for you. Obviously, we'll all miss you. They're trying to hoodwink you. Hang on. Oh God, there's loads of comments. Be very careful, says country. Oh, I said it. Well, that's this stream demonetized instantly. Country. Country Love Homestead. Be very careful when talking to your job. They are not your friend. I just said that. And will protect their brand long before you. Don't volunteer any info to them. They will use it against you. Absolutely. Sarah, as far as I know, workman's comp is you're still a worker but off sick. It's completely different than get compensation for your injuries. Yeah, absolutely. That's my understanding of it. It's like what we would call in the UK sick pay, where you're poorly but you get sick pay. Some companies pay actual sick pay, which is your normal hourly rate, but most companies only pay SSP in the UK, which is like statutory sick pay. So you get like £8 a day or something instead of like what you'd normally earn. You've had 2 surgeries this past year and it's still not healed. Oh my God, you need to sue these fuckers. Sue them! Take your time, Melinda. Do not be rushed into anything, says Patricia. Spiritual inspiration. Hello, my darling. You missed the notification. Hello from Montreal, Quebec. Bonjour, bonsoir. Bonsoir. Mes amis, bonsoir, bonsoir, bonsoir. Or mon ami, not quite sure. It's good evening here. I don't know what time it is in Quebec. Do you know, I had a thing the other day. I was trying to speak French to Rufus. I was really annoying him by just using my very bad school level French that I don't remember how to say things. So I was just joining random words together. Basically, I was literal translating, right? So I was like saying things like le boeuf, pour le boeuf dans le le fromage, la fromage et le pain. Pour Daryl, oui, pour Daryl. So it's like the cheese and the bread is for Daryl, right? So I was saying all of this and I was literally translating the words without translating it into the way that it should be said in French, because you've got a different syntax thing. You've got a different way of saying it than we do. It's in a different way. So I was literally just translating the words as if I've looked them up in a French English dictionary, and Rufus was getting really annoyed with me because I don't think he speaks French. He speaks more Spanish than French, but anyway. Supervisor says you're worth waiting for but tries to encourage you to take other jobs while you're off. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's no, your supervisor does that. Oh, fuck them. And your medical bills won't be paid. Supervisor and 2 co-workers. Oh my God. Oh my God. What is with the bloody adverts? Oh, did an advert just play? Yay. That was me. I pressed a button. You were denied short-term disability due to being in workers' comp. Jack says hello. Hello, Jack. Hi, Aquilarius. Hello, my darling. Le petit pois. Yeah, that's about all I can say. Mange tout, Rodney. My work requires you to file short term in order to qualify for a toilet where you shake your head. WC, a water closet, shake your head. Again, jumping through hoops. You need a bloody a lawyer. You need a lawyer. It popped on soon as she said your name. I came back and everyone was laughing. You missed the joke because of the advertisement. Oh, I just said your name wrong. I know. I said it without the R. I have a great French accent. Do I? Oh, merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. Oui, ça va. Très bien. Merci beaucoup. Oh. That's about all I can say. Look at me. I get all flustered then and I can't do anything. Right, but anyway, Melinda, listen, I hope that helps, right? Get legal advice. Your friends are not your friends. They are bastards. 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 They are, excuse-moi, pardonnez-moi française. I know, right? Yeah, you need to find you need to find one as soon as you can. Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. I agree with Country. If you are walking around in town or walking around, if you need a stick, use a stick, right? Use a stick. I have to do this, but for me, it isn't about being watched. I used to try, right, and walk about without my walking stick because I was like, I'm not old. I can cope. And then I'd fall over in places and I'd stand up in a shop and start to go and need a walking stick. So I had to get over that, right? Because I was always taught you just carry on no matter what. And for some of us, you can't. And sometimes you need to admit that you need the extra help. And so I had to learn to make peace with my walking stick. So now I've got a bright purple walking stick, right? It is bright purple. It is, you can see me walking stick. You don't walk around stores, you use an electric car. Again, listen, I like what Country is saying, right? You protect yourself, protect your ass. Even on the day when you're feeling like, oh, do you know what? Actually, I'm having a good day today. I feel all right. I can walk to the car, or I can walk to without me stick. You know, that'll be the one day that someone from work happens to be passing by and takes a picture on their phone. Happens to be passing by. Anyway, I hope that helps, my darling. You can't walk around stores using an electric car. Yeah, I know the feeling. I had to do that when your cane is bright purple too. Yay! We are sisters. Yay! You've also, by the way, you've got your own purple heart emoji. Have I got one? Oh, I do. I've got the emojis. Yay! We've got our own emojis on the members. So yeah, how do I put that in the thing then? Oh yeah, like that. Yay! We've got our own emojis. It's a real mind game. Accepting a mobility aid actually gives you freedom. I know it does. And it does suck as well. It really sucks. It's a head fuck. It really is a head fuck. When you suddenly go, oh, do you know what? Actually, I need to admit that I need help. And sometimes that's what you do. You hurt yourself at 22. So naturally you were far too proud to use a cane. You learned really quickly. Absolutely, my darling. Absolutely. I get that. I get that. I do. I completely understand. Anyway, with love, my darling Melinda, I'm going to move on to another reading now. So thank you ever so much. I am going to move on and let's see. I know you get a doodah emoji, Country. A doodah emoji. And I made that because it's the one thing I say all the time. I used to say thingamajig, but doodah crept in some years back into my vocabulary and it's never left. Anyway, shall we have another round? I think we should have another round. You jazz yours up with both a walker and wheelchair with seasonal lights. That is very cool, Dormouse. They are actually on the website, right? They are on the witchesroad.co.uk. When you click on witchy items, I've got a key. Oh, I wish I had one here. I wish I could show you. In fact, I tell you what, listen, this is what I'll do, right? I'm going to open a round now. Go ahead, pop your question into the live chat, starting with the word question. Send it as a super chat if you want to do that, right? If you want to guarantee that yours is next. I'm going to go and get you the thing or show you the thing because I absolutely friggin' love it, right? And it's got a serious real world benefit to it. But this is not an advert. This is me just showing you because it's something that I do use. So I'm going to pop this up. You've got about 30 seconds till I can get back. So yeah. Put your questions in right now. I'll be back shortly. Ask your question now. Send your question as a super chat to guarantee your free card reading is next. Donations of $10 or £8 or over will receive a longer 6 or 7 card reading. To try for a free reading, write your question in the live chat starting with the word question. If no super chats come in, a free question will be chosen at random. And if you need help, just ask one of our mods. I'm back again. Yes, I'm back. There we go. Thank you, Holland. Thank you. Right, so this is me purple stick. And I'll show you what's hanging off it in a second. But yeah, this is my purple stick. But it's got, look, it's got a 3-foot thing on the bottom. So it stands up. So literally... say sometimes you can't see. Oh, you can't see. It's literally sat next to me here now. But sometimes it lives next to me. Normally, I'm all right getting backwards and forwards from here into the bedroom because I've got walls and things to lean on. But let me show you this, right? I have made these. They are available on the Doodah, but this is not an advert for them. But I will show you what I've done. Look, these, right? This is designed to go on a walking stick. Now you can see on mine it's secured by one of these straps. I've got these you can have with or without if you want, from the website, right? So as a bag charm, oh god, hang on, I've got to balance that on there because otherwise it falls over. As a bag charm, you can clip it to your bag, so it's got witchy things, so it's got bells and things like that, but it's also got a little, oh, this also, okay, also this is the one I've had hanging up, by the way, so which is why it's not got everything on it. But you've got a little thing in here for your pills, or for those of you that use the Flare Audio little earbud things like I use, you can fit those in there, or just a normal couple of earbuds. When I am out in public, I cannot stand people walking and talking and everything else, so there's a couple of witchy things on there, bells and things. The normal ones also have a little whistle, so if you fall over you can grab it and whistle, and they've also got, as well as the, you know, the belly things, you've got a strap thing like this that you can attach to your walking cane, and the idea is if you're somebody who needs to take heart pills, for instance, right, and you're out and about, if you've got, mine just fell over, if you've got your pills here, right, then you've got them with you, if that makes sense, right? So you've got them then. If you take, for me, I would normally, in the one that's on my walking stick, I need to replace it actually, so I need to remember to do that. I've normally got my tramadol in there, so that if I'm out and about and my back starts to go, which after 5 minutes of walking it tends to, then I absolutely grab one of these, you know, I unscrew it and put them in. The little whistle is really good if you're walking on your own and you're a little bit, you know, for me, I'm a little bit doddery. I've also got my trolley token on there as well, look, and I just add other bits and pieces and then they fall off. But the whistle's really good if you do have balance issues and you fall over. It's just a little emergency whistle to help. Yeah, I didn't buy you one, Patricia. I made them. So yeah, that's as a little bag charm or as a walking stick aid. I absolutely love it. It's a really, all I'm going to say is that I feel a lot more secure, and I made them for me because I tried to find one that would fit on my walking stick. I know, right? This chat has gone way everywhere today, but I tried to find one that would go on my walking stick that was light enough for me to just put it on that bit on the elastic thing that I've got, but also not to drag it down. So I made those. They're in black. You can get ones with purple bells and things on. I love the bells because, again, if this is on my handbag and someone goes to take my handbag, I can hear that bell going instantly. But also, like, Rufus knows where I am if I'm walking around a supermarket. So if I do blow the whistle and I'm walking around a supermarket, Rufus knows, you know, all I need to do is blow the whistle and then dangle that and he can come running to me. He knows, you know, that if I blow the whistle, it means there's an issue. Luckily, I've not been in that situation, but at one point I was falling on the regular. I was falling over all the bloody time with the fibro, and just knowing that actually if I do fall, I've got a little whistle I can call for help was really, it really helped. Anyway, right, country, you've got a tarot reading, because I was doing a tarot reading, wasn't I? But yeah, those are on witchesroad.co.uk. If you click on Witchy Supplies, I can't remember my own bloody stuff, then you can link to it on there. They are available. Thank you. You love the whistle. It's your favourite part of the doodahs here, of all the doodahs there. Yeah, that the idea is that it is useful. Like that is the idea. That is the idea. Oh, thank you. Comments have been made about it. You went from running to stick to crutches and a walker with a seat, plus your wheelchair. Your seated walker, a game changer for even standing in a queue when you can't have a seat. Do you know what? I have been looking at that, my darling. I have been looking at that myself. I've also been looking at were they called poacher's seats or poacher's stick, shooter stick? Well, it's basically a walking stick, but the top, like this top section is hinged and it opens up flat into a seat. I've been looking at those as well. But it takes, you know, some days I'm better than others, but every single day I will, if I go out of the house, I need my stick, otherwise I fall over. But anyway, right, country, let's have a look. You'll be blowing it from your scooty cart when people block the aisles of your grocery store. Absolutely, they're very good. They're very good for that. I'm not gonna, well, okay, I will blow it. Hang on. Watch your ears, everyone. There you go. They're very loud. Yeah, I've got Rufus well trained that if I blow it when we're out and about, it means bloody come running. Anyway, let's go to country question. Wow, it's a long question. Here we go. Pin the message. Your friend Tay has been slacking on her friend duties. In your opinion, you want to end the friendship but feel guilty as she is dealing with some stuff. Are you overthinking it, or is it time to release? Okay, my darling, we'll ask the cards for you, my love. So cleanse the space. Country, wispy brain, wispy. Country Love Homestead would like to know, there we go, Country Love would like to know that her friend Tay has been slacking recently on her friend duties, and basically Country needs to know whether to like jettison, put her in the acquaintance zone, or to, you know, give us some time or whatever. So let's have a look at that for you, my darling. Let's click on their one. Look, here we go. There's me. That's me in the corner. So let's look then. So Wispy, what do we... Oh, it's two cards. Almost. What do we think, Wispy? What do we think? Is it time to get new friends, or is it time... Oh, lots of cards fell then. Lots and lots of cards fell. Can I just say, by the way, if you're watching this on replay, we don't normally go off topic and sit and chat about our walking frames, walking sticks and everything else. But the conversation does tend to go here, there and everywhere. That's what happens when you have a YouTube creator. Hello, that's me. I'm a YouTube creator, apparently, with ADHD. So where you are right now, my darling. Ooh, 10 of Pentacles. Lots of effort going in. The 9 of Pentacles, what you need to know. Famine or feast. You're going to be in famine mode for a bit. And the Hierophant in the what is to come. What is the outcome? So then, my darling, the 10 of Pentacles. As I say, normally, lots of people read the 10s as being like really... lovely and full of everything, and so this will be full of money. But this is actually full of effort, because Pentacles is your work, career, finance, but it's also connecting with the earth element, right? So that earth element is all about growth. It's all about effort and the amount of work you put into something. Okay, so when you're looking at something like that, the 10 of Pentacles is when you are putting in all of the effort, all of the work, right? And this does feel one-sided with this, right? You're doing both of your work for the friendship, right? So it's not even it's not even a balance, it's not even equal or anything like that. It can't hope to be. This is literally you putting in everything, right? And getting very little in return. Now the thing is, that could be a short-term issue. right? That could absolutely be a short-term issue where you are currently, your friend isn't able to spare you the energy, the time, whatever, because they're going through their own shit. So this is where you've got a decision to make, okay, and which I guess is where the question's coming from. The dice sound, it's rocks. That's interesting that you hear it as dice. But yeah, so this is like, if you are willing to put the effort in at the moment because your friend Tay is too busy or too whatever, then it's entirely up to you. She's never there when you need her. She has a car in your yard. You've been asking her to move for 5 years. She owes you money and is slow to pay it back. Now she wants you to drive her around as she is out of a car. Okay, interesting. It's a rocky earth sound. That's what it is, Ed. To me, that's what it is as well. It's literally. Oh, I see. I can kind of hear it from there. Not able to drive due to her injury, but you feel like, no, she lost her dad and her brother. So she's going through a lot, right? She's obviously been through a lot. But if you're the one that's putting all the energy in, then this is what you need to know, right? What you need to know is, look, for me, this card is famine or feast, right? The 9 of Pentacles is famine or feast. Literally, is this going to be all of the food or none of the food, right? And when it's reversed, it's like you're more likely to get famine, right? This is more likely to be none of the food. All of the stuff that's laid out, all of the work, all of the effort, and you're getting zero payback, right? You're getting zero energy back from her. It's like, this is where it is completely one-sided, right? And again, it may well be that she's got a lot to deal with right now, but I can also understand your frustration. But the thing is, my darling, if this has been going on for a long time, you've allowed it to go on for a long time, right? And so is this the parameters of the friendship that you are happy accepting? If it isn't, then at that point, I think you need to you need to have a conversation. And this is where the Guru card comes in, because the Hierophant is the Guru, right? And this is that idea of, it's also the teacher, right? Now that's interesting. Hang on, let me go back to Wispy's music. Wispy, give me that again. Download it back again. Download it into my brain cell. Because I've only got the one brain cell. Because Okay, thank you, Wispy. I've got it. Are you currently her friend, or are you currently her parent? Because it kind of feels like you're fulfilling the role at the moment of, like, the teacher, the parent, the person that's, the mentor, and that's fine, but those people normally get paid. Do you know what I mean? I mean, not so much parents, but teachers, guides, gurus, they normally get paid for their work. Going and seeing an expert in their field, being the person that, being, the counselor, being the everything else, being the person that everybody comes to, right? That normally, that sort of social worker type role that the Hierophant here is giving, that is something that people are normally paid for. It's normally a job. It's something, or if it's a family member, it's something you do to help them through a difficult situation. This isn't necessarily something that you want to be in for the rest of your life, okay? And this is saying, look, the fact of this reversal, I think, this is not a situation that you want to be in, right? This is not a situation at all you want to be in. I think you need to have some kind of serious conversation. Wispy, I want 2 more cards, Wispy, right? 2 more cards, and we're literally going... Okay, Wispy, I'm doing 3 more cards. 3 more cards. A, B, decider, right? A, split. B, try and have conversation but keep the friendship and try and like bring it onto a more even keel. And the decider. Okay, so should country, almost did it again, should country what's the word, should country split and leave the friendship, cut ties, and basically, you know, let it be, let it have been. So Page of Swords, what will come from that? Okay, Page of Swords, youthful childishness. There will be more issues that will come with that. It will be a learning opportunity for Tay, but also somehow for you. There will be something here that you will learn from that process. Okay, but childish energy coming in with that page. Option B, change the friendship. Oh, the sun reversed. Change the friendship. Try and save it. The sun, when it's reversed, is still quite a positive card, but it does have those clouds are coming in over the horizon. Do you know what I mean? It's positive energy, but it's in a way which you will be accepting more of this Hierophant sort of mentor-mentee role. Let me have a look. The decider, the Emperor. Okay, right. You are the only person that can make this decision, right? You are the only person here that can decide whether or not this person brings anything positive to your life. My amazing Rufus, my amazing other half, has a phrase, right, which he got from another friend of ours called Joan. So it's basically her phrase, but Rufus says it to me all the time. Rufus has two things that he brings up when we're in a situation like this, when we're discussing something like this, right? He would say, one, a person shows you their true self. When they show you their true self, believe it, right? When they show you who they are, believe it. It doesn't change. Once you can see who somebody is, they don't change. 99.9% of the time. You can, but it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of active trying to change one's behavior, right? It's an active process for a long time. The other thing he says is what our friend Joan would say, which is, what does this person bring to your life? Does this person bring joy to your life? If they don't bring joy to your life, get shot, right? And this Emperor card, look, if you end a friendship, there will be issues to come, right? There will be a tantrum, there will be throwing dolls out of the pram, there will be, spitting the dummy out and kicking off. There will be that. On Facebook, oh, you call yourself a friend, but where were you when I needed you? You let me down. All of that, right? Be prepared for that. If you try and alter the friendship, right? So you have that conversation and basically go, look, Tay, I love you, I've supported you, but you need to grow the fuck up. You need to get your shit together and grow the fuck up, right? I am not your mum. I am not your caregiver. I am not paid to be the one that pulls you out of your shit all the time. I'm sorry that life is crap, but life is crap for all of us. And you need to get your shit together. And if you can't get your shit together, then I at least need you to get your car off my fucking drive, right? And do it in a way where you'll say, look, I have helped you out all these years and got fuck all in return. I want to be your friend, but actually, I can't make this work, can I? I can't make this work because as I'm saying it, I'm like, no, tell her to fuck off, tell her to do one. But I do think there is a chance of having an open, frank conversation, but I don't think they're going to listen. I don't think it will be easy to resolve, right? I don't think it'll be easy to resolve, but you can have that frank conversation and maybe just say, look, do you think this is fair? Like, I also need my friends around. I also have shit that I'm dealing with. And actually, I've got a lot going on right now. I kind of need my friends to have my back. And at the moment, it doesn't feel like you do. So, you know, we need to have a discussion. I think it could be something like that you need to do, my darling, if that makes sense, right? The Emperor being in play, the Emperor being the decider, I think. So the Emperor for me is the architect. The Emperor is the one that is in charge of everything. Because of the hierarchy within the tarot, because of the patriarchy and all of that bullshit when the tarot was put together and the way that it works, the Emperor is still at the top of that hierarchy, right? The Emperor is at the top of the pecking order, closely followed by the Empress. They are a team, but if it came down to a 50-50 split, the Emperor's 50% would be 50.1. Do you know what I mean? He'd have that slight deciding vote. I think you know which way you want to go. And I think by asking the question, you're hoping for some validation. I don't think that validation is needed, right? I think you need to follow what your own gut instinct is saying. The only thing I would say is that this Sun card is saying there is a chance to repair the friendship. But I don't know whether that chance for that friendship, I don't think the friendship would ever be the same again. And it may well be that Tay has to take some time away and come back when they've got their shit together. Does that make sense? That's what it feels like, my darling. That is what it feels like. I think this is time for you not to be the guru, the teacher, the leader, the one with all the answers, right? This is the time for you to step away from that role for them. And if that leaves them floundering, then it shows you just how little they've got their shit together, right? Does that make sense? I think, in all honesty, my love, this person has been relying on you for a long time in ways that go far beyond friendship. And even in terms of the car that's on your drive, does it actually even work, or have they just dumped a wreck in front of your house? Because if that's what they've done, then you can just say to them, look, you owe me X number of dollars, pounds, whatever, right? You owe me money. Bitch better have my money. You owe me money, right? So you've got a choice. Sign this bloody car over to me and I will get it up and running if you know a mechanic friend. And if it's worth it, give me the pink slip on this car. I think that's what you guys call it in the States. Give me the pink slip. If that means something else, if that's like a sexual connotation for some body parts down below, then don't do that, right? But I think a pink slip is something to do with a car ownership, right? I think that's what it is. I remember I think it might have been Grease 2 where they are racing for the pink slip for the bike. So I think that's what it is, right? Do something like that and just basically say, give me the pink slip. I will deal with this fucking car. It's been sat on my drive for 5 years. At this point, ownership is 9/10 of the law, whatever the fuck they say, right? At this point, you either move it or I get it crushed. And if I get it crushed, I will take the money for scrap metal or whatever the hell it is. I think you absolutely need to lay down some rules, right? But leave that door open if you want to go down that Sun card route. You can leave that door open, and maybe in a few years' time that person will come back to you and say, I was being a total bitch, and actually thank you for the support you gave me. I didn't recognize it at the time, blah blah blah, right? Either way, I think you need to have words, and I'm telling you now, Tay will not in any way, shape or form hear your side of it. She will take it as a rejection. She will take it as a personal attack. She will take it as somebody who is going after her, she will take it as being a traitor. She will call you those sorts of names, right? You will be a snake in the grass. You will be a turncoat. You will be all of these things, right? Because this is you putting that boundary in place. But years down the line, she'll realise, and she will realise, years down the line, she will realise that she done fucked up, right? She done fucked up. She will realise that she done fucked up, and she will come back or see you in the street or something, and she will say, yeah, I'm sorry. At that point, it's up to you to say, okay, let's go for coffee, or you're out of my life. I've had friends that I've had to take out of my life for one reason or another, somebody was incredibly toxic. They were an incredibly close friend of mine. I gave them somewhere to live when they were homeless. I took them in, loads and loads and loads of stuff here that I could talk about, but they basically ended up posting some transphobic shit on Facebook. And when I said to them, that is transphobic shit, they said, no, it isn't. I can't take a joke. And I was like, well, no, actually, I can take a joke, but that wasn't funny, and it was transphobic as all hell. So if you can't see that, then you can't be my friend. And they defended their action, at which point I was like, go fuck yourself, bye, see you later. And I've had no contact with them ever since. They have messaged me. They got a new Facebook account and messaged me. They've tried to do it in various things. They have tried to send me a message and contact me various different ways over the years. And whenever that message comes in, my reaction is always the same: block. Because it's all right for them now to realise that they done fucked up back then. I have moved forward with my life and just do not want that person back in, if that makes sense. So for me, I put that line in the sand and went, no, I'm sorry. Like, I get that you're sorry and it's an apology and all of that. I get that. But I will never forgive you for being unable to see, at a time when you were supposed to be my best friend, that the pain that you caused. I will not forget that. So I choose not to have you in my life. And that is your cause of action had that effect. So your cause, your effect. And it's for me, for my peace, for my own sanity, that I close that door. Other people in my life, like my sibling, that door is closed, but it isn't locked. Do you know what I mean? And it depends. How important is Tay to your life? If you could move forward quite happily and not speak to Tay again for the next 5 years, and your life would not be affected fundamentally in any way, apart from maybe you've got a bit more cash in your pocket and you've no longer got a car on your drive, if your life would not be affected in any other way, you would not miss her company, going to the movies or going for coffee or going for drinks or whatever the hell it is, if you would not miss her friendship, then that is telling you all you need to know about where that friendship is on your hierarchy of needs. And if it's not up there, then sayonara, bye, see you later. Do you know what I mean? Let's look at some comments. It makes a ton of sense. You appreciate all of you. It's tough. 20 plus years wasted. It's not wasted. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is wasted. We all learn lessons at different paces, and sometimes it can take a friend being so incredibly close to you that then fucks up for you to realize that you have a boundary line, and that for you what you thought was unconditional love actually has a condition, and that is okay. That is okay. We do not have to practice unconditional love to everybody in our lives, or anybody in our lives. We don't have to do that. You do not have to offer everybody unconditional love. You can put conditions on love because we are human beings, right? There are conditions on my love with Rufus. If he was to go off and cheat with 20 people, I'd probably go, do you know what? See you later, bye. In fact, I know I would. So there is a condition on that, and yet he is the absolute love of my life. it's fine to have conditions on those on your feelings. It is absolutely fine. It's, you know, we are taught increasingly that unconditional love should be the goal, but I don't agree with that. You can have unconditional love for the universe, for the planet, but you have to put conditions in. Otherwise, you allow toxic people to be toxic. Anyway, the car doesn't work. People tell you to sell it, but you don't want to be rude. And listen, if it's on your drive, right, just basically say, look, I don't want to be your friend no more. Get this heap of shit off my driveway. Otherwise, I'm going to get it towed and you will get the bill. Bitch better have my money. That just keeps going around my head right now. I don't know how much money you've lent her, but bitch better have your money. Dormouse, sometimes letting go enables the person to grow and friendships can be rekindled with equal input and respect. That is also true. A pink slip is a car paper slip. I don't know what that means. Does that mean it's an ownership slip? Is that right? 20 years wasted. You've learnt so much. It's not been a total waste. Exactly. I agree with you. Everyone in your life. I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, teaching something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we teach them in return. And other songs from Wicked. Boundary. Phew, this has been your work for the year. Yep. Boundaries. You keep trying to like you guys on Facebook. Hang on. Why is my chat gone up? This isn't Facebook level. You're all right and give amazing advice. I know we're a wonderful community. Wonderful. People come and go into your life. I've heard it said that people come. I'm not going to do that again. People come and go into your life. Some make you cry, some to make you laugh, and some just for you to be there for them. Absolutely. That's the part that gets you. You're always there for her and she keeps letting you down. Well then, do you know what? That's it. Done. You haven't talked in 3 weeks. Then do you know what? That's it. If you're not going to lose her, if you're not going to miss her, right? When you put the comment up initially, I was like, oh, you're being harsh. But from what the cards have said and from what you've said in the chat, you're not being harsh. You need to put those conditions on. There's only one person that you have unconditional love for, and that's Jack. Yes, I agree. The only people I have unconditional love for is my pets. Like my 2 lizards and my 2 dogs. That love is unconditional. Absolutely, I agree with that, Nanette. Obviously, if they bite us, we'll get rid of them. But other than that, I wouldn't. If they bite us, they're animals. It's in their nature to bite. We are humans that have taken them historically out of their genetic breeding and what they are designed to do. We have taken them out of that and we have plopped them into a building where they have sofas and floors and everything else. If the dog pees on the floor accidentally because I didn't get the signal in time that they needed a wee, then so be it. That's on me. It's not on the dog. Do you know what I mean? Normally, both our doggos are absolutely fine, but occasionally Eddie will have an accident or Alvy will have an accident because they've said to us, Mum, Dad, I need a wee. And we've either misread the signal or been too busy or gone, do you know what? Oh, you need a wee? Okay, in a minute. And in a minute it was too late for them to wait. It's not their fault, so I'm not going to shout at the dog. Likewise, if a dog bites me, I've probably done something wrong. Do you know what I mean? It's probably down to me. It's not down to the dog. So yeah, I think that would be our unconditional love. People will come and they will go. When the rain washes all clean, you'll know. What's that from? Helga, hello my darling. Unfortunately, we are just closing. You need to come back and see us on Tuesday evening, my darling. 7 p.m. Yeah, today's Sunday. Yeah, so 7 p.m. UK time on Tuesday. 7 p.m. UK time on Tuesday. Have a great evening, country. Thank you very much for your question. Thank you to everyone. Listen, if you're watching this back on replay, if you've made it this far, you must be, I don't know, some sort of amazing human being or something. Because we have waffled tonight like we haven't waffled in ages. But do you know what? I've loved it. I've loved every single minute of it. I have. It's felt, I love this community. I love the people that come and join us on the YouTubes. I absolutely frigging love it because we are creating this small little corner of the internet that is all about support and love for one another, and I love that. Thunder, thank you. I knew what that was. When the rain washes you clean, you'll know. You will know. I was getting it. It's good for the soul here. Thank you, Dormouse. I am going to do, by the way, if you haven't already, have a look at the video called A Path Ahead for February. There is, about 6 minutes in, there's a ritual on the end, which is a self-love and empowerment ritual. Please do go and do that. If you are, it's not big time witchy, it's gentle witchy. So if you are somebody who is witchy inclined and you want to send a little bit of self-love your own way and send some nice positive and have a nice positive empowering sort of evening, then go and do that little ritual. And so yeah, I hope that helps. And to everybody who's joined me tonight, thank you so much. To all of the members, including the 5 gifted memberships tonight, thank you for being here. And to the 5 gifted, well done, congratulations. I hope to see you on the live streams on Sunday evenings at 6 p.m. To everybody else, to all the new subscribers, to everybody who's watching live or on the replay crew, thank you so much for supporting. It is by Stevie Nicks. Yep, I love Stevie Nicks, and it's actually part of my playlist, which is why I knew it, but in the moment couldn't quite tell you what it was because brain. And also I've been streaming for 3 hours. So there you go. I just answered your question. What was your question, Nanette? What was your question, my darling? I said to you at the beginning, just pop your question in. What was your question? I want to sing. I want to sing Stevie Nicks now. Thunder only happens when it's raining. Hang on, can we do it like this? Players only love you when they're playing. Oh, women, people, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you'll know. You will know. She got a bit nasally, didn't she? Anyway, that's it from me. Goodbye, everybody. See you all soon. I'll see you on Tuesday evening, if not before. Lots of love to you all.